Burning the capital, Dong Zhuo commits an atrocity. Hiding the imperial hereditary seal, Sun Jian breaks faith. Brave Zhang Fei charged the enemy gates, but arrows rained like falling stars and rocks tumbled down. Even his strength could not break through the pass. The lords gathered, cheering loudly for the three brothers' courage. Together they had won a great victory, and news of their deeds spread far and wide. Sun Jian, brave tiger of Jiangdong, brought his loyal generals to Yuan Shu's camp. But in his heart, questions and anger burned like hidden fire. With careful strokes in the dirt, Sun Jian explained his thoughts. He had fought fiercely, but he knew betrayal had caused his defeat. Sun Jian's voice thundered like a drum, blaming Yuan Shu for starving his soldiers. His anger filled the tent, and Yuan Shu could not answer.
I bled for the land, yet you left me to fail. How can you explain this betrayal?
Fearing Sun Jian's fury, Yuan Shu ordered the slanderer killed. But though blood was spilled, trust could never be fully restored between them. Suddenly, a messenger arrived with news of a visitor from the pass. Sun Jian gave his full attention, while Yuan Shu wondered what secret was being revealed.
General, an officer has come down from the pass to see you.
The visitor was Li Jue, one of Dong Zhuo's trusted men. His mission carried heavy words that would test Sun Jian's heart. Dong Zhuo dared suggest a marriage alliance, binding Sun Jian's family to his.
My lord Dong Zhuo honors you. He asks your son to marry his daughter.
But such treachery only fueled the tiger's anger. Sun Jian roared with fury.
A rebel's blood runs foul. Never will my family join with Dong Zhuo's.
His words echoed like thunder.
I will grind his bones to dust before I call him kin.
Trembling, Li Jue fled back to Dong Zhuo. He carried not friendship, but Sun Jian's fiery insult as sharp as a blade. Enraged by Sun Jian's refusal, Dong Zhuo turned to his cunning advisor Li Ru, whose plans often dripped with dangerous wisdom. In the streets of Luoyang, children sang a strange rhyme, hinting at destiny, that safety lay west in Changan. Delighted by Li Ru's advice, Dong Zhuo resolved to drag the emperor west to Changan. His hunger for power knew no bounds. But not all agreed. Brave ministers begged him to reconsider, fearing for the people and the ancient city of Luoyang. The fallen were shown no pity. Defeated enemies were stripped and slain, their deaths fueling the march of ambition and vengeance. The march westward became a wave of plunder, as innocent lives were torn apart, and the cries of the helpless filled the air. People were driven from their homes, their voices crying to heaven as smoke and sorrow filled the land under Dong Zhuo's cruelty. Dong Zhuo burned the capital, leaving nothing but ash. Luoyang's glory vanished, replaced with fire, ruin, and despair across the empire. Even the tombs of past emperors were defiled. The young emperor himself was forced to follow Dong Zhuo's westward retreat in sorrow. With the passes abandoned, the lords pressed forward, their banners rising like waves as they advanced into the lands Dong Zhuo had stripped bare. When Sun Jian entered Luoyang, he found only ashes. The once mighty capital lay broken, its silence heavier than the cries of war. But Cao Cao urged them to chase Dong Zhuo without delay. His heart burned to strike swiftly before the enemy could regroup.
If we wait, the chance will vanish. We must pursue Dong Zhuo now.
But Yuan Shu refused. His hesitation chained the alliance, leaving Cao Cao's bold plans weighed down by doubt and quarrels among the lords. Refusing to wait, Cao Cao rode with 6 brave generals, determined to press forward and strike Dong Zhuo while the chance remained. But at Yingyang, Dong Zhuo's men sprang a trap. Arrows rained from the hills, throwing Cao Cao's force into sudden peril. And then appeared Lu Bu, the fiercest warrior of the age, standing like an unmovable wall before Cao Cao's weary men. Xiahou Dun met him head-on, spear against halberd, steel against steel. The clash of titans shook the battlefield with thunderous force. Surrounded on 3 sides, Cao Cao's men faltered. The only choice was retreat, though each step back was filled with peril. That night beneath the hill, Cao Cao's weary men found brief rest under the moon, but danger still lurked beyond the shadows. That night, Zhurong led soldiers in a surprise attack, sneaking upon Cao Cao's camp while the generals were still resting. Amid the ambush, Cao Cao was struck by an arrow and captured. His men scattered in the sudden confusion.
Seize him! Don't let him escape!
Brave Cao Hong fought his way through, determined to save Cao Cao even against overwhelming numbers. Seeing Cao Cao too weak to escape, Cao Hong gave up his own horse without hesitation.
Take my horse, cousin. Your life is worth more than mine.
Under a storm of arrows, Cao Cao and his soldiers plunged into the river, struggling to escape with their lives. By dawn, the survivors gathered beneath the cliffs, weary but grateful to still be alive. Soon after, Zhurong was struck down, and the generals rejoined, finally driving back the enemy forces. The Allies returned to Luoyang, only to find it a wasteland, the proud capital reduced to ashes. They gathered the ruined ancestral tablets, trying to restore honor under a sky heavy with gloom. Suddenly, a strange light shone from a well, drawing everyone's eyes and sparking whispers of wonder. From the light appeared a mysterious woman, holding out a red box as if sent by heaven. Inside was the legendary imperial seal, shining with unmatched brilliance, the very symbol of heaven's rule.
Heaven has granted us this treasure.
Sun Jian declared that with this seal, he now received heaven's command to protect the empire. Through history, the imperial seal would pass from hand to hand, bringing both glory and misfortune. That night, Cheng Pu advised his lord to prepare for the challenges ahead, as the imperial seal would change their path forever.
My lord, let us go south and prepare for what heaven has set before us.
Though Sun Jian wished to keep the imperial seal hidden, whispers began to spread, as secrets rarely remain silent when ambition is near. When Sun Jian asked leave to return south, Yuan Shu accused him of secretly keeping the imperial seal, sparking tension and anger among the allied lords.
You hide the seal for yourself. Do you dare deny it?
To silence suspicion, Sun Jian swore a solemn oath before heaven that he had not hidden the imperial seal for selfish gain. Tension erupted in the camp, swords drawn as generals nearly fought one another. The alliance trembled, threatened not by Lu Bu, but by mistrust within. Refusing further quarrels, Sun Jian broke camp and marched southward with his army, leaving behind resentment and suspicion that fractured the alliance. To ease tensions, Yuan Shu held a feast for Cao Cao, offering comfort and honor, though behind smiles lay doubt and unresolved rivalries. Cao Cao revealed his grand plan to unite the lords and save the empire, but none responded. In silence, mistrust prevailed, and he departed with heavy heart.
I sought unity for the realm, yet we part in doubt.
With the coalition broken, each lord led his forces away, chasing personal ambitions, leaving behind ashes of unity and the ruins of Luoyang. Yuan Shu warned Liu Biao and Jing Zhou of Sun Jian's growing power, urging him to act swiftly before the seal, and ambition endangered the empire's balance. Sun Jian's march southward was stopped by Liu Biao's forces, who barred the mountain pass, determined to halt his return and demand answers about the imperial seal. Liu Biao's men demanded Sun Jian return the imperial seal, but he refused with defiance, unwilling to give up what heaven had granted him. Huang Gai's fearless strike broke the enemy line, allowing Sun Jian's army to push through the pass, forcing Liu Biao's troops to retreat in disarray. Just as victory seemed near, Liu Biao arrived with a great army, his banners darkening the horizon, threatening to crush Sun Jian's exhausted troops completely. Liu Biao accused Sun Jian of hiding the state jewel. Sun Jian swore aloud before heaven and earth that he did not possess it.
If I hold it, may I die a violent death.
Liu Biao demanded to search Sun Jian's baggage.
Then let me search your baggage.
Sun Jian angrily challenged his right.
What force have you to flout me so?
Only Liu Biao's quick withdrawal prevented the standoff from breaking into bloody battle. Liu Biao's prompt retirement prevented battle. Sun Jian attempted to pursue him, But the chase only led to a quiet hill, where his army paused in uneasy silence. Suddenly, Liu Biao's men ambushed from the hills, hemming in Sun Jian's army. Trapped on all sides, they fought desperately beneath the rain of arrows. Amid the ambush, Sun Jian carried a secret heavier than armor, the state jewel itself. But possession of such a treasure would bring danger and strife.
This seal, it may save me or destroy me.